So BD, I understand, and I just found this out, that you actually were not in Hawaii for the first Jurassic Park.
I
When
was
you guys
not.
filmed.
I was almost in Hawaii for the first Jurassic Park, and then it was canceled, and I was really bummed out, and I was mad that I was just gonna shoot in LA. And then there was a gigantic hurricane in Hawaii when I was supposed to be there, and so I kind of dodged a bullet there.
Now, even though that happened, you were still able to see the film. So I'm curious, was your first reaction to seeing the theatrical experience of Jurassic Park?
This was at a time when the technology in movies was just CGI, and all of that stuff were they were pushing it in a way that people were shocked actually when they saw it actually in a movie.
Yeah.
So I was just like that, and I was one of those audience members who was like, "No way! I can't believe I'm watching this on a movie screen." And it was, there are certain moments in Jurassic Park that. In some ways, I think that Jurassic World is even better than Jurassic Park. Not to make too much of a comparison, but in other ways, there are moments in Jurassic Park that are classic moments. And some of those moments, the discovery of some of those dinosaurs as they appear on the screen, combined with the other production elements and the music and all of that, really are iconic moments. And so I remember experiencing those moments in the audience of seeing the first screening that I saw of the movie and being incredibly actually moved by the feeling that kind of in some ways history was changing, and or that the industry or that the craft of movie making was evolving in such an incredible way in my lifetime.
And so now you're back,
Yes.
and Dr. Henry Wu is back.
Yes.
And his progression now is, seemingly that he is now kind of a villain of the series.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm curious what you think. How do you think Dr. Wu feels about himself by the end of Jurassic World?
Yes,
How does he
good
see
question.
himself?
Yeah, I think he's at very most in the closest thing that I would say to him being a villain as far as his own self-perception is that he feels misunderstood. And what I mean by that is I think he has this whole agenda going on in his mind about what he's doing and why he's doing it that actually, in its most perverse way possible, justifies or discounts all the bad things that are happening. Like he's like, yeah, there's all this bad stuff happening, but you don't understand what I'm really trying to do.
Right.
Which is change the world or make something incredible happen in the world that will be his mark and be his thing. It's ego driven, and it's from lots of years of really hard work and real knowledge and real talent. No question about it. But his motivations get a little skewed, I think, because that he can see that thing in his future, and he's unable to understand the ramifications in the immediate future of what it is that he's done right now. And that's interesting to me, that a person can turn a blind eye, that a person can have almost no reaction when someone says, well, a whole bunch of people have been killed. And his reaction is almost like, yeah, well, that's too bad. But you don't understand. Let me just explain that this is all going to be great. That callousness to human life in giving over to something that he perceives to be greater is interesting to me. And I would like to think that could be possibly explored in the future, but I can't say that it would be, or I don't know that it will.
Well, they left it open-ended. You're riding off. I'm sure he's not going to go retire and just like hang out. He's
and make little dinosaurs and play with them at home. but he's, who knows? The helicopter could go to I don't know, somewhere. Who knows where that helicopter is actually going?
So Colin Trevorrow said that he said this week that his plan was to do a full trilogy of the Jurassic World films, and I just couldn't imagine it without you at this point.
Well, and did you tell him that?
I didn't.
Then you get out of my room.
I can't imagine that would escape him in any way. I can't imagine we would not see Dr. Wu back again, creating something insane.
I feel like he left a door open. I do feel like he left a door open, and I feel like a door was left open in Jurassic Park. And so as far as Henry Wu is concerned, he's always looking for an open door. The open door is his friend. And so I can't say much more than that, because I really don't know. But it does seem logical as an audience member, as a person watching the movie as an audience member, that's what it feels like to me.